Howdy, homesteaders. Okay, now we are heading home. I just stopped off at Walmart. And the glasses problem has been fixed. So, the lens popped out right as I was getting out of the car, and the screw was still hanging on there. So I was like, well, maybe there's hope. I can put it back together. So then the little screw that was on there dropped off, and it fell on the floor. I'm like, no. When you drop any kind of a little screw like that, it's like, I'll never find it, right? So then I started looking for it, and someone came over to help me look for it, and, we couldn't find it. Now I came to Walmart and went in there, and they went ahead and replaced or put it back in and put a new screw in there for me and everything, and it was at no charge. It didn't cost me anything. So that's great. And I gotta say, we kind of splurged a little bit. We had a lot more sugar than we normally have. Eat some types of foods we don't normally eat. So I think we gained some weight. But we're going to have to work on that when we get home. Water, where's the water? All right. Water. This will work. Whew. All right, so I'm going to go back out to the car, and we're going to be heading on the way home. Back in the car. Getting ready to head on out. This being our first homesteading conference that we've ever been to, I think it went pretty good. What do you think?
I love getting to paint everyone, all the children, and making them smile and making them happy, and making the parents happy, and that blessed me. But I think meeting everyone, I didn't get to meet a lot of the people, but I did get. Being that I was a vendor, I was outside most of the time, but I did get to meet a lot of them, and they were all very nice people, and it was a blessing. And then when our tent broke, our awning broke, people just jumped out of their cars. Several people jumped out of their cars and came over and just started working on it, and so it got fixed, and that was a blessing.
Right.
It felt like a family, a community.
Right.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, so it's nice, it's nice to know that, everybody there, sure, there's going to be disagreements, it's not like we perfectly agree with everyone there. It's not like everyone there perfectly agrees with us either. It's a homesteading conference. The purpose for getting together is, to talk about homesteading, talk about building up a farm, different types of homesteading. There's nothing wrong with being a homesteader as a hobby. If you want to do it that way, then there's nothing wrong with doing that. It just, sometimes it's kind of funny how people think sometimes. But, it's a free country, right? Right? Are we going to really say that we have freedoms, that we can do things? And at the same time say, well, you're not allowed to do it that way. You got to do it this way. And if you don't do it this way, you're not really a homesteader. Mm-hmm. And where's the freedom in that? Right? You're free to do it. As long as you don't break the law, you're doing some homesteading. You're providing for yourself to some degree. And, so I think a lot of us would want to encourage that because it's hard to make your own salt. Okay? I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very, really hard to make your own salt. I just don't think that anybody can be 100% self-sufficient. There's a lot of things I like to do. Like I might try to tackle one thing, like I want to, maybe grow all my vegetables. And that's something that you can easily tackle. That's something you can easily do yourself, then you're just spending time doing that, and you're spending time maybe growing animals if you like to eat meat. Maybe you're spending time putting all this stuff together, making it fit on your property to where it makes sense in your context, and you do all that, and then all of that takes time. And all that time starts to add up. You're working all the time. If you're going to try to manufacture everything, you're going to be working all the time. So, and you may want to do that. That's not what we want to do. We don't want to be working all the time. Actually, one of my things, I want to free up my time. So, there's just different levels, but making money off your homestead is really important if you're going to do that full time and do those things. Because, you need to make additional money, additional income to make up for all the things you can't do yourself, to make up for the things that you do have to rely upon other people for. We just picked up some really good hand tools from, what's his name?
Homestead Iron.
Yeah, Homestead Iron. So we got some really good hand tools that are made for life.
I'm excited.
Really well-made hand tools. We just got a couple, so we couldn't make those ourselves. I'm not a blacksmith. I can't make that quality of a tool myself. You can't buy that quality of a tool in a store. This is a handmade tool made out of really high-quality steel, treated in just the right way, just the right temper, where these tools will probably last several generations. But I'm not going to be able to make that. I can't make that, but hey, I ran into someone who does make those, and I used money from, that I had to give him money to pay him for his time and his effort and his materials and all everything he put into making that. Even the Amish, and I would say the Amish are really good about being self-sufficient. And really good by being even sufficient just to their community, where this person does this, that person does that, and they all share in each other's work. Even them, providing for their community, they have to make money in addition to what they're doing. They have to make money to buy things outside of their community, to go and buy things, even as good as self-sufficient as they are. So when it comes down to it, you need money. You need it. So you got to figure out revenue streams. So if you're going to do it full time, you got to figure out a profitable way to run your homestead and run your farm. And you don't have to make $1 million, but you do have to make something in order to make up for these things that you need. Maybe next time we go out there, we are coming back next year. We're going to be at the Homesteading Life Conference next year, first weekend of August. And that's going to be the first Sunday and Monday of August of next year. So we will be going to that. So we'll again have face painting there again next year. And hopefully by next year I'll have some farming done. I'll have something produced that maybe I can bring some samples in. Maybe I can bring some things in to share with people. And that would be an additional blessing if we could have more than just the face painting, because we are, it's not just about being face painters, because there are YouTube communities for face painting. There's clown communities on YouTube, and we could easily just be we're just gonna be clowns, and we're gonna be in the clown community and be in the face painting community. But ultimately, that's more of a side thing. That's a side thing that my wife likes to do. But yeah, we are homesteaders. That's what we're aiming for, and so hopefully next year we'll be able to produce something and bring some additional things to the conference. So overall, I think it was a pretty good conference. You'll learn some things. Like I was just talking with Stacy, and we were talking about probiotics. Talking about kefir. We have kefir water that we do. We have 2 different kefir grains, 2 different bacterias of kefir grains that we do for our kefir water. And, she was talking about kombucha. And she told me that you need to have more than just a couple strands of bacteria when you're dealing with probiotic interaction with your gut. Because your body will get accustomed to it. Your body will become immune to it. So you actually, after a while, you will stop reaping the good benefits of doing it. So then you end up drinking kefir water, whatever, and get no health benefit at all if that's all you're doing. You might still enjoy it. It might still taste good, but the health benefit is gone because your body got used to it. But what she said is to have several different sources. Like maybe have a SCOBY with the kombucha, and then also have the kefir grains going, and also have like some fermented type foods like sauerkraut or some things like that. And by introducing those different types of fermentations, those different types of probiotics, then that's going to keep your body, in a sense, off balance in a right way. It sounds like it makes sense, because I know the human body will adapt to things, and it will get used to things. That's why people keep changing up antibiotics. That's why you have to do different strands of antibiotics, which is the opposite of probiotics, by the way. But still, it kind of works the same way. Your body just gets immune to it. So they have to try something else, and it gets immune to it. You have to try something else. Well, the probiotics, same principle. Just instead of using antibiotic, which means anti-life, you're using probiotic, which is pro-life. So I think one's better than the other. But so I learned some things, and I just wanted to say, we did interview a couple people, and one I just want to talk about right now is Mike from Big Pond Farm. Keep a close watch on his channel. And if you become a patron for him on Big Pond Farm, he has several of the speakers that were speaking at this conference. He has their permission and has them video recorded. And if you're a patron for him, then you'll be able to watch those videos from the conference. Even though you didn't come to the conference, you still have a chance to watch some of the presentations from the conference. So just look at Big Pond Farm. Look at Mike's YouTube page for further details on that. So, yeah, so we're going to get on the road, and we're heading home. We made it home. Made it home safely after the conference. It was a long drive, long day on the road, but we're here, and our rabbits are still alive. Right here. There they are. In case you're wondering, yes, we did have someone taking care of our rabbits while we were gone. And we had someone else taking care of our dog while we were gone. And that's where I have to go now. I have to drive about 40 minutes to go pick up the dog and bring the dog home. So it's another hour and a half on the road for me. But right now, my wife is unpacking the car. I'm going to take the truck. And then after I do all that, I can call it a day. Been gone for about 4 days, so I need to mow the grass. And not only do I have to mow the grass here, but I also have to mow the grass on the other property that we're going to be staging for sale soon. So yeah, a lot of work. And I'm even with the work, I'm glad to be home. You're excited, really excited to go to an event like that. And it's exciting to be in an event like that, and had a lot of good interactions, good interviews. It was really just good overall. Learned some things also. Picked up some good farm tools. Very exciting, but after all it's said and done, I'm just so glad to be home. And I'm going to be glad whenever I can lay down and go to sleep in my own bed tonight. Alright, so I hope that these videos have been edifying to you. That's really the purpose of this channel, is to be edifying, to build a house, to build up. And there's different ways you can build up. You can build up physically, like building up a homestead. You can also build up in knowledge. Build up your knowledge and learn things. And I don't know everything, but I believe that we can all kind of learn things together through doing. You can learn through doing. And also another way to be edified and built up is be built up in the faith. Built up in the faith. So I just hope this has been edifying to you, and just please keep watching and share these videos. I know it seems like we're begging to share these videos, but it is important. People aren't going to be able to see them unless they're shared, and it really helps out a lot. If you enjoy the content, and I do everything I can to make it enjoyable and knowledgeable and helpful and edifying, but please share it and please help us out. All right, thank you. We didn't know this whenever we were making these videos, but as it turns out, we actually made it into the newspaper. The Hannibal newspaper actually did an article on the conference, and we were actually featured in the article. So that's quite surprising to us. We didn't expect that at all. I do remember talking to the newspaper guy. He seemed very nice and cordial, asked some questions, and we just told him what we thought. But we didn't think we were going to actually be in the article. So that was really a blessing. So go ahead and click on that. I have the link down below in the description, and just go ahead and click on that and take a look and share it around.